Well, it's hard to believe it's been a year since we hosted this tournament on our very own fields here in South Africa, the Champions League T20. But it is back in India. What have you thought of the tournament so far? We've had some cracking matches, including a fairly slow start for the SA sides, but then again, the Titans managed to hit back with a very hard-fought victory. Let us know over on Facebook // Inside Edge. And don't forget to tweet us as well, hashtag SS Cricket. Welcome to Inside Edge, and a special welcome to my two guests. We've got Victor Pitsang, former SA speedster, and then we've also got a former SA spin bowler, Paul Harris, and a man who not a year ago was taking part in this very tournament, Paul.
I didn't do much. I carried a lot of drinks and gambled at Monte Casino, but I didn't get much game time. But yeah, it was a year ago, yeah. And obviously, it was great to have it here, but it's always that little bit more special having it in India, I think.
Welcome back to Blitz Live. Joining me right now in studio, rugby legend Nas Botha. What else to talk about? Currie Cup. Nas, I think we mentioned the same intro last weekend. We're going to do it again. What's happened to the Bulls?
Yeah, I think they just find themselves in a very difficult spot at the moment. Unfortunately, as we mentioned last week, I don't think there's enough players at the moment to secure a top 4 spot for them. Yes, there's a number of younger players. I must say, Andre Pollard played today. First off, he really played a good game. But overall, just not enough quality at the moment. And at the end, also through their own mistakes, and that's why we're saying quality on that level. The Sharks scored 3 soft tries in the second half, but on the day, the Sharks were the better team.
Well, they got their bonus points, as all the Sharks. They're at the top of the log on 14 points. And one aspect I want to have a look at is the fact that Jacques Boertes is keeping the armband, yet Keegan Daniel is back. Do you think that's galvanized the side somewhat? Do you think it would maybe separate the team, given Daniel's outstanding leadership qualities, and he's been the man at the helm for the last couple of seasons?
Yeah, but I think what happened throughout the season, Jacques Boertes was sort of interim captain, and he's doing a good job at the moment, and that's why maybe he will just keep going on and captain the Sharks. As long as there's no complaints, it looks good for him and overall for the team. You can see the Sharks sort of settling now a little bit, because if you go on name-wise, the Cheetahs has got a good side, Stormers, Province has got a good side, and the Sharks got a good side. The Lions, we know, because of the unity in the team, they're going to be a very, very difficult team to beat. So those are your 4 teams, and then you look at Griquas and you look at the Bulls, and unfortunately the last 2 is not really there at the moment.
Well, a truly momentous day out here in Mamelodi, the first ever Momentum Ikasi Challenge. And in the end, the victors, the Biz Up Highveld Lions, winning by 127 runs and led magnificently by a fantastic century from Quinton de Kock. I'd like to welcome the gentleman to my right. We spoke them a little earlier, but first, Donnie van den Berg from Momentum. Donnie, great to have you here. And also, we've got the 2 CEOs of the respective franchises, Jacques Fall from the Unlimited Titans, and then we've got Kasim Dokrat, the winning man, and of course from the Biz Up Highveld Lions CEO. 9 is what the Lions ended up posting. I'm joined by Gerald Dross and Victor Pitsang. Victor, not a bad score, but certainly poor considering where they were at one stage.
I think they would feel that they may be 20, 30 runs behind. The last 5 wickets is falling for about 10 runs. So I think they'll be very disappointed with the start that they have. I thought up front, the wicket was difficult to bat, but they got past that. You know, they had one guy that scored 100, another one got 50. Stephen Cook played superbly though. But I think they'll just be a little bit wary on where they wanted to be. I thought the wicket didn't play as badly towards the end though.